So Proverbs 31, I am still enjoying this so much. I know I mentioned before, I have studied this many times over my marriage, and I don't know that I've ever enjoyed it as much as I have this time, or that it has just come alive as much as it has this time. So today's verse is verse 20. It says, "She stretcheth out her hand to the poor, yea, she reacheth forth her hands to the needy." Seems a little repetitive, right? But let's dig a little deeper. So I looked up the word poor. It seems a little redundant, right? But I had a feeling it's more than just finances, and I was right. Of course, the first basic definition, was wholly destitute of property. Poor. Exactly what I thought it would mean. But the next definition is destitute of strength, beauty, or dignity. The third definition was destitute of value, worth, or importance of little use. So, of course, the needy, it's just stripped down. Very poor is the definition. Distressed by want of the means of living. So there's twofold meanings to this verse, in my opinion. And again, this is just me, in my opinion, and what the Lord has shown me. So stretching out her hand to the poor can mean she's stretching out her hand to someone who is maybe poor in body. Maybe they're ill. Maybe they're going through a hard time with their health. It seems like it's all around us. All you have to do is look around to find someone who's ill. There's also the mind. People are down. It seems like mental health is such a big thing right now. And unfortunately, just because we are Christians and just because we serve the Lord, it doesn't make us, what's the word I'm looking to? It doesn't mean that we won't deal with those issues. We will still deal with mental issues, unfortunately. But it's the day we live in. Anxiety, panic, it's all at such a high right now. So how can you reach out to someone and who's dealing with a mental problem? I'm sorry, I'm trying to choose my words very carefully here. But how can you? Maybe it's just something as simple as sending a text that says, "Hey, I'm praying for you. I love you. You're doing a great job." It's something so simple. Just make sure you follow through and pray for this person. Keep them in the forefront of your mind. Also, what about spirit? We all are battling so much right now. It's the end of all time, and we're all battling harder than ever. So how can you reach out to someone? There's so many different ways that we can reach out, whether it's poor in body, poor in mind, or poor in spirit. And I challenge you, if you're someone who is dealing with these issues right now, one of the best prescriptions I know, and I can say this by experience, one of the best things I know to do is to reach outside of your world. Find someone else who is suffering. Pray for them. Show them Christ's love. Change your focus from your own needs and your own problems and help someone else. It's extremely medicating. I say medicating because it can be healing, but it can also be a short fix. If you follow what I'm meaning, think of like taking an ibuprofen. You take it every 4 hours. And so by reaching outside of your world, it may only be a fix for a short time, but then again, it could be the key to your healing. Just really reach outside of yourself and outside of your problem. Shift that focus and ask yourself, how can I be of strength to someone else who is poor? In other words, who is needy, maybe in body, maybe in mind, maybe in spirit. Of course, as we come upon the holidays, everyone is looking to help the poor. The Salvation Army is everywhere. Other organizations are seeking donations for the needy, those who are truly and financially poor. By God's grace, I've not needed those specific benefits. I've not needed them, and that's God's grace alone. I'll be honest, we've been very close, but God stepped in at the last minute, as he so often does. Maybe there's someone within your own church family, within your own personal family. Sometimes helping can be a really touchy subject, but the good news is God promised to give you strength to get through all things. And that includes helping someone today, maybe helping someone tomorrow or later this week. Either way, I see the Proverbs 31 the Proverbs 31 woman as being very compassionate. She's being very generous. And even though I don't have the finances to give someone a large donation monetarily, I can give of my time. I can definitely give of my prayer time. I'm happy, more than happy, to do that for someone, is share my prayer time with them. And we so often look at that as a last minute resort, or a last resort, I should say. And honestly, it's the first thing that we need to be doing. It should be the very first thing that we offer someone is, how can I pray for you today? So I encourage you to take those steps, look around you. I promise you won't have to look long. On a side note, within the last, several years, I was in a very dark place myself. And I had multiple friends reach out to me. They, in my time of need, reached out. Maybe it was a meal. Maybe it was a text. Maybe it was offering to keep my kids for an hour. Either way, those friends saw what I was going through, and whether they thought they were making a big difference in my life or not, they don't know how much it helped me. I'm ashamed to admit how easy it is for me to focus on me and my little world, me and my homeschool, me and my husband, which those are wonderful things. That's what we're supposed to focus on. But I need to find a way to pay those actions forward. Those people who put feet to their love of Jesus Christ. They put actions to their love of Jesus Christ. And they showed me by reaching out to me in a very dark hour for me. And they were just wonderfully displaying that love of Jesus Christ, the compassion and generosity that he has given us as women of strength. So, I encourage you today, find someone that you can help in some small way. And it may seem small to you, but to them, it may be a lifeline. And that is the honest to goodness truth. I've been there. I know it can absolutely be that lifeline that they need.